Hi everyone, my name is Aaryn, and I recently have been watching a lot of white men on the internet share their opinions, and I've been enjoying myself. That's rare for me, especially when it comes to men. Listen, anywho, I too wanted to just share some of my hardcore opinions because I totally never do that, ever. Me sharing an opinion never happened. That is a rare event. So I didn't really see a way for me to kind of do that. Because, I do make booktube videos. I was going to say for a living, but I ain't monetized. Because gotta reach 1,000 first. Ain't reached those guidelines. Please subscribe to me. I want to get all the benefits of this, okay? Anywho, Paperback Dreams, I believe, was the first one to do a video called reacting to bad reviews of my favorite books, and I thought about that video when thinking, and while I was just trying to figure out a way to just yell and be mad about things on the internet like these men, that happened to pop up in my head. Now, disclaimer, I will not be getting mad at things people say if I feel like they're valid. I will admit that they're valid. I am not afraid to admit that things are right, even when I want them to be wrong. For example, Shanna Banana Reads. I've been saying Sienna as Shanna Banana, guys. Shanna. She does not like the Song of Achilles. She thinks that it is very misogynistic. And at first I was like, no, she's tripping. But the more I reflected, the more I realized I could not remember the single role of a woman in that book, except for when Achilles yeeted his wife. But some people's reviews, if it is something I just disagree with, I'm gonna express that, y'all. So I do respect other people's opinions, but sometimes they're wrong. So the first favorite book of mine I'm going to be reading a bad review for is To All the Boys I've Loved Before. I have a review put up. It is a 1 star. Every review I have today is 1 star because I just want to get the lowest possible opinion and just see why the lowest possible opinion is the lowest possible opinion. Yes. So let's get started. I was one of the few people who was lucky enough to win this book in the giveaway. I had been a huge fan of Jenny Han ever since The Summer I Turned Pretty and couldn't wait to read her newest novel. Unfortunately, this book was just one giant disappointment for many reasons. First of all, the main character was completely unrelatable and unrealistic. While in this YA novel, she was supposedly in her later high school years, it seemed more like she was an annoying 13-year-old girl trying to grow up. She relied so much on her older sister, and even her younger 9-year-old sister seemed like she was older than she was. Maybe Han has lost touch with what it's like to be a teenage girl in high school because the whole thing felt extremely forced and just overall fake. Okay, I kind of disagree with that. You see, here's the thing. I am a 16-year-old. I'm about to be a junior in high school, and that is what Lara Jean is at the start of this series. And although I do think that at times Lara Jean is naive or she can be a bit annoying, I too rely on my younger sister. And my younger sister. I mean, I do have a little cousin that's like a younger sister than me, so we can just say that. But I meant my older sister. But yeah, especially the older sister complaint. Your older sister is an adult. There are little memes that older sisters have made about them being the protectors of the family. Or tweets. I have seen so many. So I don't think that it's an uncommon thing for younger sisters to look up and look for guidance in their older sisters. And as for the younger sister Kitty in this book, we kind of did always acknowledge how Kitty was a bit more mature for her age, especially because Homegirl is watching The Sopranos on HBO. Obviously, I feel like that's gonna have some effect on her mannerisms and her behavior. Also, when your older sister is gone, your best friend is a jerk, you're having a secret fake relationship, and your dad's always busy at work, you're going to form a stronger emotional bond with your little sister if that's the only person that you know is going to be consistently around you. What is that Lara Jean's thought process? I don't know, but that was mine. Second of all, the main character's family is half Korean, half American. And in case you didn't pick that up the first time it was mentioned, you will be reminded over and over until you are convinced that maybe you might be half Korean, half American. I understand the need to set up context and create a culture in the novel. That's what can make a novel so intriguing and beautiful. But in this case, it was painful. It was almost like the author was trying to force this Asian culture too much. Like she felt it was more important to remind you she was Asian than it was to focus on what was being said or the quality of the writing. I hate this narrative of things being shoved down people's throats. For example, I mainly see it with homosexuality. OMG, they're shoving the gate down our throat.
Are we shoving the gate down your throat, Lisa? Or are you shoving the prank down our throats?
I just want to know. Yes, I am a Christian. Or when that stupid Cheerios commercial came out. Not even stupid. That Cheerios commercial is freaking precious. Watch it.
Mom,
Yes, honey?
Dad told me that Cheerios is good for your heart. Is that true?
Says here that Cheerios has whole grain oats that can help remove some cholesterol, and that's heart healthy.
When people were saying that, like, okay, interracial marriages exist, but like, you're shoving it down our throat, when literally it's not a problem. But here's the thing about Lara Jean being half Korean and favoring that side of her family. She has to deal with it all the time. So of course it's going to be mentioned frequently because of racism and stereotypes. In the book, she talks about how she literally feels like she has to only dress as Asian characters because if she doesn't, she is an anime character and that's probably more annoying to deal with. So when you say that the Asian culture was being forced too much, I feel like that's so ignorant because that's literally her culture. That's how she felt connected to her mother in the novel too. You know, her dead one. So literally that just aggravated me so much, and I'm gonna finish this review. I feel like I'm being mean, but things like that just aren't okay to say. Like, you just can't say things like that. I just feel like it's so out of touch. Okay, so next up I have Clockwork Princess. Clockwork Princess is my favorite novel of all time, so I'm kind of scared. But I'm genuinely curious about what the 1-star reviewers have to say. Because, you know, so many people love this novel, or if they didn't love it, they still enjoyed it. Like, I've never really heard a really solid complaint about this book, so I'm interested. I may get extra defensive in this one, but I'm gonna try and actually take some stuff in, I promise. Cross my heart. Did I cross? Wait. Do you actually, like, is it an actual cross? I don't know how to cross your heart. How to cross my heart. Okay. Oh god. Clockwork Princess is like one of those highly dramatic and nasty soap operas meant to reduce your IQ level. I am embarrassed. My IQ level is already low, so what are you trying to say about me? Characters randomly come back to life. Basic laws of nature are challenged. And anything happens so long as the main characters have their happy ending. I mean, seriously, this book has the authority on sickly sweet happy endings. Claire, in this book, has managed to pair off every single character in it. Sophie gets engaged to Gideon. Then there is Will's sister. Can't remember her name. Really? Her name? I can't remember her name. What is it? I gotta go on Wiki. I gotta go on Wiki. Oh, crap. Her name is freaking Cecily Herondale. Thank you. Gabriel. Charlotte was always married to Henry, who almost dies but finally survives so that the happy ending isn't compromised. And my personal favorite, Tessa, who's immortal, and Will, who ages and is therefore forced to grow old while his wife remains young and youthful forever. And eventually modern day Tessa, immortal still, and modern day Jim, who is still alive because before he could die, he became a silent brother and then finally decides to give up that lifestyle so as to maintain the happy ending. I really think authors these days need to become more spunky and learn how to kill off one or two of their less important characters. J.K. Rowling killed 1,000,000, and she is still one of the most renowned authors of all time. So if Claire had killed, say, Sophie, or Henry, or Gideon, or even Jim, I'm feeling so much anti-Asian today. I'm not saying that this person's anti-Asian, but it feels that way, okay? After what I just read about Lara Jean. One of the less important characters, but also just kill off Jim. Are you kidding me? Jim literally... Jim is not important to you? I don't get... Not even important to you, important to the freaking series? This has to be a Wessa shipper. It has to be. And like, that's okay to ship Wessa, but there's a difference between like shipping Wessa and then shipping Wessa and then hating the other ship that happened. Okay, I think it would have made the book a lot more appreciable and a lot less pathetic. How I think the book should have ended. Jim should have died. There is no point in stretching his life. Tessa should have drunk some magical potion to make her immortal. Okay. But if she drunk the magical potion to make herself mortal, wouldn't that have been more sappy? I think so, because that's so cliche. I will give up my immortality, my life, my greatness to be with you. I just feel like that's more sappy. Her and Will dying together and like living out their olden days together, I feel like that's more sappy than freaking Tessa being immortal. Tessa had to go through the pain of being alone without the love of her life, one of her great loves, for 100 years, and that's a happy ending to you? I don't understand. I don't understand. Our Will should have turned into a vampire. That's kind of fair. He did drink, or he did ingest some vampire blood in Clockwork Angel. But with shadow hunters, they rather die than not be a shadow hunter. So yeah. Yes, I think that makes sense. Will should have been turned into a vamp so that he can live forever with his wife. Needless to say, this should have happened after Tessa had already given birth to at least 3 or 5 kids so that they could have their happy ending with a nice big family. I don't understand. You said, oh my god. And anything's happened so long as the main characters have their happy ending. I feel like what you're describing is literally anything happening. I'm not understanding. I feel like that's so... I just feel like that's countering what you're saying, and I'm not getting it. See, now we will have a honest, sweet, happy ending, and a more sensible one at that. I just disagree with you. I really disagree with you. I don't get it. So Jim just has to die for this happy ending, right? Will has to be a vampire. Tessa either has to take a magic potion to make herself mortal, and if neither of those things happen, then it's a bad ending. But also, if Will's going to become a vampire, we gotta wait and plan out their kids first, even though they weren't even sure if they can have kids, because Tessa is technically a warlock. But that's okay. I am just confusion. I'm not getting it. It's not clicking to me. Okay, so the last book I have is The Raven Boys, and I'm terrified for one reason, actually, and that's because, you know, I was saying I was only going to be reading 1-star reviews, but then I saw that there's a 2-star review up by Miss Emily May. Hi, Myla. Although I said I was only going to be doing 1-star reviews, here's the thing. The 2 I have seen so far have gone very poorly, and like I said, I wanted to genuinely show some understanding, or like show that I do agree with unpopular opinions, not unpopular opinions, but just opinions that disagree with mine. So to see that Miss Emily May has done a review, I know that I'm probably going to see that. Because here's the thing. If you have ever journeyed onto the good app of Goodreads, it's not a good app, it's a horrible app. Goodreads is bad reads. Then you have seen Miss Emily May. She is everywhere. She has reviewed thousands and thousands and thousands of books. She reads at least 100, not even 100, 500 books a freaking year. She is our freaking goddess. We are just simpletons in her presence. If you think you are the ultimate book reviewer, you are wrong, because Miss Emily May is putting in work. I know that she has things to say, and I'm kind of scared because she has things to freaking say. Quirky loner girl meets privileged rich boys, forbidden love, and angst ensue. That's true. I seem to have this habit. For the past couple of years, I've mostly been deliberately avoiding paranormal YA from authors I don't already love. The genre is a hard sell for me, filled with tropes that lead to low ratings and irritated reviews. But really what tends to happen is this. The first book comes out and I avoid it, lick the other way as other bloggers get excited and fangirl over the upcoming sequel. Then the next book appears and more positive reviews rolls in, and okay, we're gonna skip this part. Basically, if Blue and Gansey kiss, he dies. If Blue and Gansey don't kiss, he lives. I'm not really seeing a difficult decision to be made here. The whole thing I'm seeing is a whole lot of melodrama and names that make the characters sound like horses. I can't believe she said it sound like horses. Don't leave me. Stay here. Okay, I love you. I know. TRU, VOW, and all that.
VOW and all that.
I don't know what that stands for. So I don't. I don't. I am so cold. Well, forgive me if I'm not caught up in this emo love angst, but could you please get over yourselves? Choose life and go find someone else. But no, of course not. Because this book is largely about the will they, won't they, which is also likely what the following novels are about too. There is some good writing at points and a decent ghostly atmosphere. Good one. Though I'm still not convinced 2 stars isn't leaning towards generous. The complex plot that has been so praised by critics and bloggers just bored the H out of me. I guess it's imaginative in some sense, and I haven't heard any quite like it before. Props for that. But it was so slow. I 100% agree with that. Fun fact, I love the Raven cycle. I hate the Raven Boys. Let me just say that. I only finished Raven Boys for 2 reasons. I wanted to get on the hype. And the second one, yeah, there we go. The second, that's not even at our house. Are you done? And the second reason is because I listened to it via audiobook, and I feel like the audiobooks are 10 times better than actually reading it. So please go ahead and do that for yourself if you have not picked up these novels. Oh yeah, these are not spoiler free. Crap. The Raven Boys is so slow. It's so hard to get into. You don't really care about the characters yet. And I feel like there is a heavy focus on their lives and you know, that crap. So if you're not interested and you don't care about them, and matter of fact, I really disliked all of them up until at least book 2, maybe 3-ish even. It's gonna be a sad time. And it seemed to take forever for the author to reveal why the Raven Boys were searching for some Welsh king. So I had no reason to invest in their mission. She wondered what it would have been like to kiss this hungry, desolate boy. And yes, then we have Mr. and Mrs. Angst. The usual relationship love drama aside, I found it so difficult to like these characters. I have a hard time finding sympathy for a rich white boy with his own apartment and vintage car at 17. That is so true. I have found the sympathy because freaking Adam is a jerk. And Rowan's just a handful. You can fight me over that. Honestly, Noah is the best one. Other than Gansey. But I do think that's a funny comment. And I do understand that. Blue isn't much better. Overly quirky outcast. I.e. special. Is she spelling special like special to be quirky herself? I kind of despise them both, but it's my fault. I knew it was a bad idea. I said, please don't hate me. I brought a cat gift. It's not showing up, so no, you did not. I don't hate you. I actually liked her review a lot. This is why I went to pick it up, because Emily May, usually when she leaves a bad review, I do agree with the things that she said. She's a very thoughtful reviewer. It's not something you can really argue with me. I feel like she reviews so much. I think that's what she literally does for a living. It's not like her free time. And honestly, she has the information to back her up. So, yeah. And now, my darlings, we have come to an end. I know, a sad time. But I do make videos every single week. That's the only reason why I'm here today. I was not in the mood at all. But I said, I made a commitment. I gotta stick to it. So here I am. Hello.
Yeah! What the?
If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up down below. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. It's not even about being monetized. I just want more friends. And right now I have about 500 of them. And thank you so much for that, by the way. If you would like to see more content, I have 2 videos posted either over here or over here. I have never done an end screen before, so she doesn't really know. Also, if you guys just want to quickly subscribe, my stupid subscribe button circle majigger should also be somewhere. Very professional here at Just Aaryn. Bye. Hope to see you next time. Kisses.